Okay, now we're going to look at how to check the exposure of a photograph in Photoshop Elements 11. So the first thing we'll do is go up here to File and Open. And we're actually going to take a picture from this folder here in my class, and we'll take this one, which is a picture of some stones. Now, if this is your first time using Photoshop Elements 11, we're going to do this by doing an adjustment layer. And so the first thing you do is go down here to the word Layers, and if you click on Layers, this will open. This is called your Layers panel. And up the top of the Layers panel here, there's a little circle. And if we click on the circle, we get more options, and these are the different types of adjustment layers that we can make. And the one we're interested in doing for this exercise is the levels. So we click on the word levels. When we click on the word levels, two things happen. One is that we have now made a new layer. Here it is here. So we have two layers. This is the background layer, and directly above it is our new adjustment layer. And it's on this layer that we're going to make the adjustment. The other thing we see is a histogram. And the histogram is describing where the pixels are in your picture. So in this case, we can see that this side is black, this side is white. There's very little on the white side, and the pixels really start from just beyond bright or mid-grey and go through almost to black. So we really need to lighten up this picture, and with all pictures, it almost doesn't matter, not always, but usually it doesn't matter what the histogram looks like. You'll usually benefit by actually bringing the sliders to meet the histogram. So in this case, there's nothing going as far as the white slider here. This is the white slider. So we'll pull the white slider in to meet the histogram. So we'll bring it to there. And you can see immediately that the photograph has brightened up. And you'll also notice that the black slider doesn't quite meet the histogram either. So we can bring that in a little bit, and that increases the contrast somewhat. Now if we go up here, up to our layers, okay, this is our background layer, this is our new adjustment layer. And we can actually, you'll see there's a little icon, it looks like an eye. And if we click on that eye, we can switch off the layer. So now we're looking at the picture as we took it, and now we're looking at the picture as we adjusted it. So you can see that it's a big improvement from this to this. Now, if you're a beginner, at this point, I would advise that you flatten the image, and that means going up to the word layer, scroll down with your mouse to the word flatten image, click on flatten image, and that actually gets rid of that adjustment layer. Now, you know, you'll hear of photographers working with lots of layers open, and they like to keep them open so they can go back and change it again later. But for a beginner, I would certainly advise that you close it, because it does create its own little difficulties later on. Now, having done that, let's save this picture. We'll go File, Save As, and we're going to give it a new name. The reason for giving it a new name is we don't want to save over the original. So at the moment it's just called 700-8834, and if we just put a little addition to that, we could just say finished. Okay, and we can save that back into the same folder it came from as a JPEG, and just press save. And these numbers, when they come up, they're usually correct, so we'll just go with an OK for that. And so we've adjusted the exposure on our picture. We've done a save as, so that we've actually duplicated the picture. We haven't saved over the original, so we haven't actually lost anything. Okay, that's that. Thank you very much.